All right, guys. We back. I'm back with a different type of video. I felt like I should get on here and talk a little bit more about my journey. I'll probably get more into it later in later videos, but for now, I felt like it was right for me to just give a little bit of reasoning on why I kind of quit options, so to speak, and went to futures, right? Um, and I know, if you're doing options, you're like, I don't want to have to learn any other type of uh, style of trading, or I don't want to have to go through. I've already spent enough time trying to learn options. I'll just stick with options, because it's what I know, it's what I'm comfortable with, and I understand that train of thought. Like, I really understand that. And let me say this: I hope that like someone gets some information from this. Like, I hope this is not just me rambling and it's like y'all don't really like care about this, but I just wanted to try this out, do this type of video, just to kind of give more of a personal side to myself, and so yeah, I hope y'all get something from this. But going back to like the whole options futures thing, there's really not a huge difference when it comes to options and futures. And actually, there are some things about futures that may even be more of a positive than options, and which I found to really gravitate towards. So when I was doing options, I'll never forget. I started out, my first option contract that I got was in Nike. And it was the first time I got into options. Actually, my dad had told me about options maybe a year and a half before I even got into a trade or got into a contract, And so finally, I decided to look into it, and I saw how powerful it could be, and got into a Nike contract. And I never forget, in probably an hour or so, I had made about $200. And when I made $200 in 1 hour, I was like, what am I doing with my life? Like, why have I not been doing this? I should have been doing this. Like, what is wrong with me? I was just kind of thinking these thoughts, right? Like, what am I doing? Like, why? This who makes $200 in 1 hour? You have to be either selling drugs or doing something else that's crazy, right? So I was like, I was hooked right then. I was hooked. I was like, all right, I gotta figure this out. I gotta learn more about this. I gotta learn how to do this because this is crazy. So long story short, I went through the whole learning curve. Even to this day, I do feel more comfortable with options if But right now I'm trading futures. But I lost a lot of money. Lost a lot of money with options. Learn those hard lessons, and even I think I'm still learning some lessons that and I'll probably forever be learning lessons. Let's just be honest, but you know, definitely those lessons that you need to learn to become a better trader, be more disciplined, be more patient. Lessons that I had to learn, but it cost a lot for me to learn, and so even still, I'm trying to trade with this prop firm, Apex Trader Funded, and I'm still running into some of the same issues I was running into with options. However, I do see I'm getting better, and I just keep digressing. But let me just continue. So anyway, after that happened, I was hooked. I said, you know what, I'm gonna do this. I went through the whole learning curve, lost a lot of money, and I realized, I think I heard, I can't even remember where I heard about prop firms from. I think it might have been on YouTube, SMB or SMB Investing or something, like SMB Capital or something like that. I was watching some of their videos. I can't remember the exact name. Sorry if I butchered it, guys. But anyway, I saw them talking about prop firms and stuff like that. And so I just started looking into prop firms and just kind of trying to understand exactly what is a prop firm. What is that? What essentially do they do? And do they provide for traders? And I realized, like, essentially in short terms, they just provide you money to trade with. So like, you don't have to use your own money. And so for me, I was like, whoa, you mean I can actually trade with someone else's money, and if I make money, I get a percentage of the funds, and like if I lose, the most I will lose is like my, at the time I think it was $80 that I had put down for the account. So if I lose the account, I just lose the $80 that I spent. but that was way better than losing $1,000+ on an options trade, right? Of my own money that I didn't have to lose. So it just kind of started making more sense to me to like, okay, maybe I should give this a try and see if I can, make some money. And so, but what ended up happening was it wasn't a prop firm. I didn't see a prop firm for options. I mean, I'm not saying that there isn't one out. There's probably one that I don't know about. Hold on. There's probably, an option prop firm out there that I just don't know about. But I couldn't find a prop firm for options because that's what I was looking for. I'm comfortable with options. I've been doing it. I don't want to try to learn anything else because Forex, I mean, people make money with that. I just wanted to make money what I've been doing for all this time. Couldn't find it. So then I said, okay, I landed on Apex Trader Funding. And I looked at everything they had to offer and I said, I like this. It seems really simple the way they have it set up. And I said, I'm going to give it a go. And so basically they had a sale promotion going on, and they do that often. But they had a sale going on, so I was able to get an account, for half off or something like that. And I gave it a try. And I don't remember which one I got, if it was the 25 or the 50. I think it might have been a 25 or something. I can't remember. But I got it half off. And one thing I realized, and I didn't know it at first, but basically with Apex, this is for futures traders, which I didn't really know anything about. I heard the term before, but I'd never heard I just didn't know what was futures, what did it mean, and like how much different than options it was. I had no idea. So finally, after doing the account, I got the NinjaTrader, installed all that stuff, and I started going. I realized, like, wait a minute, when I was trading options, I was using ES. We are traders here, I guess. If you're watching this, you probably trade. And so I was, if I was trading SPY in options, I was using ES to help me trade SPY. But then when I was like, wait a minute, ES is basically the futures, and I can trade ES instead of trading just SPY or trading whatever, having to use ES. I was like, why don't I just trade ES? If I can trade ES without having to use anything else, that would be kind of cool, I thought. And so I started trading ES. And so I started my first account. I blew it. I failed it. Didn't take long at all. I think I failed it the same day. I went through probably over 20 failed attempts at passing the evaluation account, because God, it's not easy. And then especially if you already are a struggling trader, and you're coming into it, it's not gonna be easy because you don't have a system down. You don't have the discipline that you need yet. You're still learning about that. You're still learning your patience. You're still learning all these things. And so when you try to come to this prop firm and trade with them, and they have their guidelines and their rules that you have to follow in order to get funded, it adds another layer of uncertainty and just another layer of making things hard, and so it took me over 20 times to pass my first funded account. But guys, as with trading, the whole thing is don't give up. Just keep going, and you'll get it. You'll get it eventually. So what I found was that futures it's not much different than options. You have contracts and options. You also have contracts and futures. Essentially, I think ES, if you get one contract at ES, it's about $500 USD. So if you were to use your own money, you would trade. If you wanted to trade one contract, you would need to have, I think, $500 in the account in order to trade one contract of ES. I think NASDAQ, the NQ, if y'all should be familiar with that, I think it's $1,000 per contract. So if you have $1,000 in your account, you can trade one contract of NQ or two contracts of ES. So it's not that much different, I promise. And the one thing that I really liked about, or two things that I really liked about futures over options, was the fact that I didn't have time decay. Love that. I love the fact that I don't have time decay. And I love the fact that there's no expiration dates, right? I don't need an expiration date. Now, I will say with Apex Trader Funding, they do not let you hold positions overnight. You have to close your positions. So that kind of forces you to be a day trader. If you are a day trader, that is fine. You're okay with that. If you're a swing trader, you may not be okay with that. But that is how Apex works. So I'm gonna wrap this video up. I'm gonna start wrapping this up. I quit options because futures I found to be a little bit more attractive to me. The money moves a lot. It's a lot more predictable. I think trading ES is a lot more predictable than trading other stocks in the options world. And I really enjoy it. And one thing too, and I know you can do this in Thinkorswim. Well, I was trading Thinkorswim options. I know you can do this, but when I trade with the futures and NinjaTrader, I can get in on my position and I can have a buy stop and I can have a sell stop, right? So when I get in my position, bam, I click to get in my position. I have a take profit above my entry and I have a stop loss below my entry already set, which I love. And I can also move the stop loss. I can manually just move it down if I want to, move it up if I want to. Same with the buy stop above my entry. I can move it up, down. So I love that, guys. The reason why, that is kind of mainly the reason why I left the options to do futures. And guys, it is great. It is really, really good. Make sure, I'm probably going to do another part 2 or something. I don't know. If y'all like this video, let me know. If not, that is cool too. But I just want to get this out there. So Apex Trader Funding, there is a link in the description for 80% off. I think it ends tomorrow. I'm not sure what time, but make sure if you want to give it a try, want to see what it's like. It is an affiliate link, so if you don't mind, it does help me out, help the channel. Appreciate it. Make sure you click that link. And that's going to be it. Thank y'all for listening. And until next time, peace.